Shatalamazekata. We are in the mood of prayer. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome again in another episode with Minute Erastus, your host in Erastus Talk Show, your number one talk show in Africa. Your number one talk show in Africa. We are still in the book of Acts chapter 3. We are still in the book of Acts chapter 3, verse 2, ladies and gentlemen. The Bible says, and as verse 1 says, now Peter and John went up together to the temple at the hour of prayer, the 9th hour, and a certain man who lay from his mother's womb was carried. You are delivered from any problem that has followed you from your mother's womb. In the name of Jesus, in the name of Jesus, you are no longer a victim of what your father went through. You are no longer a victim of what your mother went through. You are no longer a victim of what your grandfather, your grandmother went through. You are delivered and you are free indeed from our last episode. And therefore, whom they laid daily at the gate of temple, which is called Beautiful. The gate of the temple was where God Beautiful, to ask alms from those who entered the temple, to ask alms from the beautiful temple. This man was laid there daily to ask alms from the people who entered the temple. Remember, he is seated in a beautiful temple, in the gates of the temple, which was called Beautiful. But this man has a very weird life. This man has a very bad looking life. We can't say it was beautiful because he was a beggar from the gate that was called Beautiful, who, seeing Peter and John about to go into the temple, asked for alms. I want to stop there and address this thing and address any contradiction. I want to address any contradiction about your life, any contradiction about your life. In the name of Jesus, we want to pray and declare there will be no contradiction about your life. Remember, this is a man that was seated in a temple that was seated in a gate that was called Beautiful, but he is still begging. There was no beauty in his life at all. Many are the times that you have lived a life that has no beauty. I know there is a person that is connected to this channel, but you can't locate any beauty in your life. You are in a city, people are having jobs, people are building houses. You can't locate where you are because there is no beauty in your house. It's like slums were called your name. It's like the areas that are weird, they were built with your name. Whenever you go to live your life, if it's dress code, it's weird. You can't even be located with a dress code because of the beauty. There is no beauty in your life. Tonight we want to declare that any contradiction about our lives, any contradiction, it is going to be corrected. It is an error and it must be in the name of Jesus, that God is going to correct any contradiction. And the Bible tells me the book of 2 Kings chapter 5 verse 1. The Bible tells me the book of 2 Kings chapter 5 verse 1. Now Naaman, a commander of the army of the king of Syria. Now Naaman, commander of the army of the king of Syria, was a great and honorable man in the eyes of his master, because by him the Lord had given victory to Syria. He was also a mighty man of valor, but a leper. My Bible tells me, and the Bible starts talking good things about Naaman. My Bible starts talking good things about Naaman, but it concludes that sentence by saying he was a mighty man of valor, but a leper. That is a contradiction. Tonight I want us to pray against any bat in your life, against any contradiction in your life, against any contradiction, that your life will go straight. You will never be in a beautiful place and there is no beautiful thing in your life to show. Any contradiction that is following your life, we command it today to die. We declare today is its expiry date. We declare from today it will not meet your address. It will not meet your address. My Bible tells me Naaman was the king of Syria. He was the great, the honorable man. He was a mighty man of valor. He brought victory into Syria. But the Bible concludes by saying, but he was a leper. But he was a leper. It's there in a way that people are concluding your life is a battle. Maybe people talk that you are handsome, you are beautiful, but jobless. People start talking to you, they have to conclude your life sentence with the battle. We declare that battle will never meet our lives again. That battle will never meet our address again. In the name of Jesus, in the name of Jesus, that battle is deleted. That battle is destroyed by the grace of God, by the power of the Almighty. That contradiction is of no more. From today, it is scattered in the name of Jesus. That one has been our prayer against any contradiction of our lives by the grace of God. And we have prayed that prayer. I give you that clarity on God to go and pray against any part in your life. You know your life well. Confront that part. Confront that contradiction. And God will hear you. Go home and pray. Go home and pray in the name of Jesus. In the name of Jesus. That has been made Erastus, your host in Erastus Talk Show, your #1 talk show in Africa. Your #1 talk show in Africa. Be blessed. Stay tuned. Let us meet up in the next episode. In the next episode. In the next episode. By the grace of God. By the grace of God.